So the lovely song singer, the Voyce Reaves, is in the building. Hey. What Comes Out is such an amazing song. What kind of vibe was you in when you came with What Comes Out like that? So when I hear it, obviously it makes you want to move, it makes you want to dance, right? But it's a lot of soul and a passion, which we'll get into, like, you know, your purpose in your singing. But like, yeah, what kind of vibe was you in when you were preparing that song? Because that's amazing stuff right there.
Try not to go to jail type of feeling, honestly, tell you the truth.
Understood.
I was about some months, 5-6 months pregnant with my daughter, actually.
Okay.
And what I was going through that pregnancy and relationship,
right,
it just flashed before me, you know, previously, even things I've been through, and I've been very, very angry. I'm not gonna lie. You know, sometimes I don't think as a woman I was, I had to see that, I had to really see my value. Right. Really. Yeah.
You find yourself potentially like giving more than what you were receiving?
Oh, yes.
Understood.
Because of the big heart that I have.
Right.
To seeing people change inside out. To me, I have hope. So it's like, you know, even no matter how much time that takes, you know, it's that unconditional love that I have, right, for people to just see them rise above darkness.
I can agree with that thought, and that can be, you know, you can really leak a lot of your soul out to the point where, like, your rehab time, like your bounce back time, is like, it's almost like, oh man, you know, and that's how you start. Obviously myself, I've been through my journey. I've been able to kind of learn what those emotional scars are do to you. You know, like, you know, God has blessed us with a heart to give, and learning how to like use discernment to know when to like pull back is for me. And I'm assuming from what you're saying, you had to learn it. It was a learning process, because it's like, ain't you supposed to give it y'all? Right.
Right. And to me, it doesn't make sense when you see that as a man, and instead of just keeping it real, you know, a man will prolong it and just so he keep milking you.
Understood.
To get, you know, but it's like, you know, just really.
Right.
Really.
And I feel like, you know, one term that I heard before is like energy vampires, right? And it's like people, because I mean, I have experienced it on the woman end, you've experienced it on the male end. It just seemed like some particular people, regardless if they aware of it or not, and sometimes they may be aware of it,
we women ain't stupid. We're not stupid at all. Yeah, we know what's up, for real.
So I feel that, I really do. But some people just, you know,
we know you lying,
man.
We know
some type of something about that energy, you know, like people like to soak it up and everything like that. So you use, as you kind of discussed, you use your voice as a way to channel that, right?
Oh, yes.
So like,
gotta release that.
I know, right? Okay, so just off the top of your head, is there like one studio session that you feel like was a very was more therapeutic, that stands out to from one that you've had prior? Like you just went in. Like, if you can think of one.
Studios.
Right. If you could tell me about one, I'd appreciate that. Let you think on it.
Okay. I'm not gonna stunt, because I love great music. Shout out, but Let That Boy Cook.
Okay.
He's in Sherwood. He has his own personal studio, his own stuff, and really recording. Volume 1, the sound, and we about to get back, and I'm glad I'm able to next week get in the studio to finish volume 2.
Volume 2,
volume 2, the sound.
The way. Come on now.
Those moments right there, even volume 2, no one I record, man. I'm
It's
up
a lot
singing
going
some
there.
notes. I didn't even know. I'm like, I got real intimate.
Right.
Because really that song is a kingdom song.
Got it.
So yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
Let that boy cook studios.
All right, so big ups to that. All right, so let's take a moment and speak on the Sound Volume 1, right? So when you started the Sound Volume 1, did you already have a vision on like, how the songs are gonna come out, or was it just like, hey, we got to put something together?
No. I was at the Little Rock Fashion Week in the bathroom when I recorded Solar System. The Holy Spirit gave it to me.
Okay.
Let's be like Jasmine and Aladdin. Cause I want you to ride with me to the galaxy to see the solar system.
It just comes. And then I have my notepad everywhere I go. It comes from my spirit.
Awesome.
So, I wanted to share my faith in a way where it didn't sound too preachy. And I was literally in the bathroom.
That's
what they call it now? Willie D's.
Oh,
Spot downtown Little Rock.
Messing me up right now. Just messed me up.
Well, I'm just saying that's where the fashion show, but that's where they had us in the back. So I was in the restroom and it just came out of nowhere and I'm just singing on the Instagram thing. And so I took that and then went and just freestyle recorded it.
Yeah.
And the other ones are the same. They're not, they're not written. They're just coming from right here in this guy in the studio, just let it rip.
That's dope because like, when you hear Solar System, like one thing that at least when I hear your music for sure, like you come in extremely powerful, and so like it resonates with me. So like, is that something, like you said, is that more of a, when you do record, like what kind of mindset are you in? Like,
I'm in the I'm in the galaxy. I tell you, I'm in outer space.
Right.
I am not on this earth. And it's like I learned how to cut off my natural man and cut on and activate my spirit, where that's where that power is coming from.
Gotcha.
And letting go of fears and just fear and letting the true me come out.
So now,
just to show though that everyone else has that too.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I know that you're speaking like from that perspective. So like when you speak on being able to cut off the carnal man, right, and like how did you gain that strength? Because that is a problem that everyone goes through, right?
Yeah.
And not everyone is at a place where they can get into that confidence. So like was it something that triggered it, or was it just what do you think?
The more I removed people and things that did not need to be there,
Okay.
I'm able to have a clear, more mind to meditate within my spirit.
Okay.
Meditation, putting down like I don't watch much TV.
That's right. We was just talking about that.
There's certain things that I have to discipline myself and stop doing to train myself and get in the habit of learning when, I don't need this, it's a balance though.
For sure.
It's a balance that we have to have, spirit and natural, but I don't know, this is a time where I need to pour my soul out because that's the true us.
Right.
Not that carnal, not that.
So basically, like
flesh.
the distractions that were around you, you had to identify them first, and and then you had to do away with it. So was that when you came to that conclusion? Was it an easy tearaway, or was it? Because we can hold on to certain things, right?
When I tell you that was not the easiest thing to do, it was not at all. Because you will want for the people and things that you've had around you for some years or whatever to come with you, but you really see your journey. Everybody can't come, and it's very hard.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult, especially like when you had that heart, that empathetic heart, and you want to help people, and it's like
Cause I love people, man. I for real.
I feel that. So walking the sand is a very
The moon flicker off the ocean.
walking. So
Cause that's my favorite one. Everybody likes Solar System, but walking.
I was about to say walking the sand. Like you gotta make sure you gotta run walking the sand back about 3 or 4 times for unless you just some people may just off the rip get it, but like. You get real.
There's a message in there.
Yeah, speak on that message.
How these things on my heart and my mind are, it's like putting me in turmoil.
Right.
Within myself.
Right.
Tormenting me. And, walking at least this view, the ocean and the stars in the sky, the moon flickering off the water. At least this right here is common, but that common too reminds me of a peaceful one.
Right. And so when we talk about this, the first project, we are going to take a break here in a moment, and we're going to actually hear about kind of her projection for the Sound 2, Volume 2, and obviously if there's anything else to come up, because she does when I say she does quite a bit, she's always making moves, so we appreciate her, swinging down on us and everything like that. Of course, you listen to LSG, and you want to make sure that you actually, for sure, give us a like at Legit Supreme Gen. Tune in with us. We're going to be right back in.
What's up, everyone? This is
What's
Sin.
good? All love to the people. 3Dimensional here, telling you to check out.
Be sure to listen to LSG every Saturday
from 3 to 5
p.m. on KABF
88.3.
The pen be the only thing that could take me away from the place where sensations are all at arm's length. What of the rest? Those left
thinking with my right is right like I'm left. They ask me how, I tell them easy as chess. My cube vision will put the squares to rest. They call me 3-dimensional cause I got depth.
That's Osiris, man, and Shawn Fresh on the hook. You gotta make sure you cut him out, you know what I'm saying? Shawn Fresh on the hook, doing his thing. We appreciate y'all listening to the LS Gen radio show. Make sure you give us a follow at Legit Supreme Gen, doing some dope stuff and everything of that nature. And we got the lovely soul singer, Voyce Reaves, in the building. How you doing?
Excellent. Hey, everybody. Much love to you.
Most definitely. So we have been kind of just chopping it up with her and figuring out her really her process, her walk, her journey is if you haven't got the Sound Volume 1, it's amazing. Actually, you had a poster which was pretty dope as far as some sales.
I post a
You
lot.
post so much.
I'm like,
so
what?
You had if I'm not mistaken, it was last week.
Ooh.
Right. See, we done went back. We done went way back. We done went to ancient times. But you had noticed your Volume 1 was selling, and
Uncle T's,
there you go.
yes, food
there.
market on Daisy Bates in Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah.
How was that? How did that feeling go? How was that knowing that you were getting your song out, your actual music was getting sold?
It felt awesome.
Congratulations on that.
Real awesome.
Congratulations on that.
Like Lord, this is what look what we doing. look where you got me. Like, oh
now,
my
was
goodness.
it a routine? Was it a routine stop, or were you going to see? Hey, am I moving? Am I moving product?
Well, I did go there to get me something to eat.
Cool. So
I need one. They sandwiches, but they salads be so good too.
Fire.
Yes.
Fire.
So y'all came up there and I looked because I remember I put 10 up there. I sold 4 before, and then I've been waiting even some other months. But since I'm just gonna leave it alone, let it work for me. And I went back and there's only 2 left.
That's dope.
So I was like, oh, okay.
Hey.
Okay, these are selling, and time to put some more back in here.
That's what I'm talking about. So big ups to you on that. It's always good. The work that goes into being an entrepreneur and actually, going through the music. It's a high, then it's like a low, and then like, oh man, there's so much. So to see that like you said, that re-encourages you to continue to do what you do.
Yes.
Because you expend a lot of energy. So like, one thing that we always are big on is entrepreneurship here. Figuring out a way, regardless of whatever your step is, on how to how to make that next stride to become self-sufficient, self-sufficient is the best word. So like, speak on your entrepreneurship walk, because obviously it's not just one basket that you're in, right?
No.
So talk to us about entrepreneurship from your perspective.
Ooh. It's like, what words to use for that? I'm not, okay,
Well, let's start here. How has entrepreneurship affected you, or maybe changed you, if you will?
Since young, my father, we always watched like The Apprentice. My father sit me down a lot, had me give me Bible, and but entrepreneur assignments to read stuff. Oh, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki.
Dopeness.
Yeah, those type of things helped me to really see the importance of the benefits behind being an entrepreneur, other than working a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
For the rest of your life. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with working a 9-to-5 job if you have a plan to be your own boss.
Right.
And what it did for me, because even at 11, I was passing out business cards.
So you
in
got
the
started
summertime.
early. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was walking in people's neighborhood, and I just noticed it's just in me.
Yeah, for sure.
And I got on one side, you need your hair done, the other side, a babysitter.
Oh, snap.
So it really helped me to get out my comfort zone, so I can get out there around the opportunities,
right,
and socialize really with people. It helped me too to honestly be a little more friendly,
right.
Too, and your
networking skills got
especially with strangers, right?
So you said that you guys were all you and your father, you were already kind of in that spirit. He was giving you things to read to kind of and to kind of grow your mind, and you naturally, as you got that information, you kind of resonated to, hey, let me go and put myself out here. So your first endeavor with the 2-sided business card, how successful was that?
That didn't work out.
But you didn't stop,
Not
right?
with see, when it came to the people in the neighborhood and family members, especially my auntie, my auntie Purple. That's what I ain't gonna give her a real good name out here on it. But my auntie Purple, being with her, she kept me as her own. On their own hair, like we in the car, I'm up here braiding, finishing a single, because she gotta, make her moves and all that, and so for that it was booming, because even one time in the summertime I had to be about 15, 16 years old. I was about 16 years old. I'd never forget that summer. Boy, I had some money in my pocket from doing hair. Yes, I did.
That's what I'm talking about.
Even went to hair school too, but it's just, it's something I want to go back and accomplish and finish, with that. But it just brought me out.
And you got, of course, with your background, you've had time in Cali, right? And
from birth all the way from 1989, from when I left. A month before my 21st birthday, March 4th, 2010 is when I moved here.
So the bulk of your time is
and I was in Cali the whole time.
Doing your thing, and then transitioning here, with your entrepreneurship deal, and finding has it been different ways you've had to approach entrepreneurship since moving, or is it more talk about that?
Yeah, because Arkansas is different.
It's definitely
they have a different mindset than California, and it's not to take away from nobody, because I don't, like I said before, when I first moved here, I was not feeling, you from the West Coast, they feel like this with Arkansas, when honestly, me growing up out there, I've never heard anybody say nothing bad about the South, or nothing. So it's like, wait, what?
One thing I can say here from Arkansas, we are very good at having a chip on our shoulder. We're very excellent at
but
that.
y'all really some good people, very smart. There's really some very, very smart entrepreneurs here, talented people.
For sure.
I just feel like with that, I feel like really it's a political thing that has been to keep a wedge. I never felt like that about Arkansas.
Right.
Honestly.
Right.
Too. But the approach it's so different here, because sometimes the bigger scale you want to get on, and And, you know, now everybody's open-minded to that, and everybody's too, like, they have their own agenda. And if you really not on the agenda that I want you to be on, it's like I'm not really trying to find a way that the both of us could benefit.
Yeah. That's definitely a situation.
You thinking
that
about
we go through.
yourself, I can't.
Right. So it's a lot of it's a definitely one thing that I experienced, and honestly I try to work myself.
Yeah, but
out
that's
to
not
do.
just here too. That's everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. So like the clash of like, this is my vision or this is what I want us to do, and then you got to understand, especially when you're doing business, you got to find like your sweet spot to figure out how we collab, how we move.
Yeah,
and
you got to be humble and graceful. Yes.
Facts. So that's pretty dope. So like, okay, so when it comes to your entrepreneurship deal, what do you feel like keeps you balanced? Because, you know, as an entrepreneur, you get to a place where, you know, your income and you get to your success is based on you making something happen. So how do you keep yourself grounded?
I read. I have my time of worship and meditation with the Lord. And I'm constantly got that pen and notepad.
There you go.
And writing out, planning out, you know, putting dates on stuff. And honestly, this is something I've been doing.
Right. So it's just like
you know, I have. That's how I've been able. So, you know, since 2014, really in the House of Art in North Little Rock, Arkansas, setting foot in there, really making a name for myself. You know, even then, I always have a planner or something with me.
Always making
setting
sure.
Goals. Yes.
You got to put it down, because if you don't put it down, it's like it's gonna be a fleeting thought, and then. Right. Don't want to be that person that starts something and then you can't get it finished. Because I mean, one thing, obviously, in the public eye, you potentially could hurt yourself, but you got to live with yourself.
Yes.
And one thing that I know that I don't feel many people like to do is to Todd over here was referred to when you was talking about the conflict of interest.
Yes.
He commented on that. So
okay. Love you, man.
That's what's up. So okay. So the vibe or the feelings, with you being recording, you know, volume 2, and you still got more to come, like right now.
Oh yeah, mixtape too coming.
Okay.
I'm doing
Okay. So like,
people hear me on some, you know, some stuff.
What kind of vibes can we expect? Like, what kind of energy should we be expecting from what's coming up next?
Like, this is that groovy, that smooth, that let your soul glow, that motivation, that shine, that brightness, that light.
That's like, what I'm talking about.
And just peaceful, positive. That's really what you can get from it. And I've heard at times my music makes people fall asleep.
That's dope. I was actually
makes you comfortable.
Okay.
But I'm being silly.
I'm gonna hit you with one last one, and then of course we'll love to get you back in here another time. So what do you feel right now through your artistic journey? Like, what do you feel is one, or you can say a few, one of the most impactful comments that you've had about your music? Like, you hearing like your music has done this for me, or maybe hearing your music, what was the most impactful thing you say right now?
And see, as much as I've had people come to me about my music, it was just recently, a month ago, a Caucasian lady came up to me in my church.
Okay.
After me doing my best friend Jesus for the offering service, or
gotcha.
Yeah, I forgot what it's a church word for that, but Lord forgive me. Look, cause I can't remember it, but I was singing during offering, right? And then after, she came up and she was just like, "Oh my God, they need to have you up there more often." She was just like, "You had me crying."
Word.
She's like, "Thank you so much for that." And it's like, she didn't even have to say nothing. I could feel her spirit, that whatever she's going through, she needed that at that moment.
And the fact that you were able to be there right on time, in alignment.
I'm just doing my job.
That's what's up. Okay.
Job I love.
I said I had one, but this is the last
ministry.
one.
You know, but
exactly.
Ministry.
So one thing that we always talk about is, we got legit love, right? But we have supreme family. That's one of the bigger things that we speak on. So I know family is something that you have to walk through daily. Like, what do you, like, is family for you? Like, how do you, Okay, that's the best way to say this. The best way to ask this is, how do you balance that family lifestyle? Giving enough time to child and things of that nature. Like, because I know it could be sometimes where you feel like, dang, I should spend more time. Or maybe you feel like, I don't think you can feel like you have spent too much time. But yeah, how do you put your balance on that?
Patience. I'm learning when I really be patient and just sit back and look at all the things I have to juggle, write them down too.
Right.
And it helps me to prioritize which ones to knock out, or this is every month I gotta, it helps me to get a clear picture when I just really sit back, look, and take my time.
I'm with that.
Yes.
I'm with that. Well, that was the lovely Voyce Reaves. We appreciate her so much.
Thank you
for swinging down. Of course, we're gonna make sure that she come back. We're gonna make sure we're gonna put a vendetta on her now. We appreciate you so much. Of course, we want nothing but success for you. We're gonna obviously try to stay on your side and support you in your endeavors. And with that said, we got some more to come back on the show. Make sure you can follow her at Soul Singer Voyce Reaves. That's one of the ways you can catch her. She's multi-talented. You want to put your trades out?
Well, I mean, then look, when you really type in Google, everything will pop up. LAVOYCEREAV as in Victor ES. Yes, I'm a process server. I am I'm gonna say transportation driver with Lyft.
Talk about it.
Yes, yeah. Look.
Talk about it. Look.
And of course, music and being a fashion model is just a wonder. And honestly, a mom.
Big time.
Man.
As we talk about with the Supreme family,
my kids are really a blessing.
For sure,
yes.
for sure. So we appreciate her so much. We're going to play that The Ark has set sail. You know what I'm saying? That's that new music alert. Make sure you give her a follow. This is The Ark has set sail. We'll be right back in. After that, we got take 3. I'm going to try to take a picture with her, y'all. Let me see if I can get that done. We'll be right back in.